Have you ever tried to let go and move on and become the person that you're here to become? You're doing the work, right? You're doing the journaling, you're doing the chanting, I don't know, meditating. You're doing the work, okay? But somehow you always feel like that old identity keeps on coming, keeps on running, keeps on chasing you, wanting you to come back, pulling you back. There are certain things that still triggers you. There's still certain things that you're like still healing from, still bringing you back to that place, and you're like, how? Why? I've been doing the work. Why is it still coming? Why is it still haunting me? In this video, I want to share with you why that is. I want to share with you how to get past it and a simple way that, of course, you can do this at an instant. So if you want to know more about this, continue to watch this video. Welcome back to Awaken with Tina. My name is Tina Wong. I'm a spiritual mentor and guide. And on this channel, we post every single day lots of content for you on how to awaken to your truest and higher self so that you can step into your path of alignment, which is of love, of light, of peace. So the way that I share my messages is straight from my heart and straight from my soul. If you feel my love, if you feel my energy, give this video a like. Let me know in the comments how you're doing, what's coming up for you. And of course, subscribe to our channel because there's so much content for you to binge on. So why wouldn't you? So check that out. Here's the thing. When we're talking about shifting to a new identity, expanding into who we are here to be, we are here to become, but from time to time, we still find that shadow catching up. We still find that old self, that old identity catching up, and the stuff is coming up again. And we ask ourselves, we question like, did I actually heal? Like, am I actually doing the work? Is it even working? We doubt. Right? We get into fear. But what is important for you to know and why this is happening is that sometimes you can be doing all the right things, but you're not doing the thing, you know? It's like, you can be like, okay, you know what? They told me to journal, I'm going to journal. They told me to meditate, I'm going to meditate. They told me to like think positive thoughts. Okay, yeah, think positive thoughts. But the thing is, the core work here is to understanding that there is an identity that is shifting. You have to understand that, okay? Your past identity, how do you identify yourself? That's what they call identity. How do you identify yourself? Do you identify yourself as someone who is victim, who bad things always happen to me, that people hurt me, people lie to me, people treat me poorly? Is that your old identity? Or whatever it may be, just an example, okay? And what about the new identity that you're stepping into? And maybe you haven't stepped into it fully yet, but do you know what that new identity is, right? How does that person think, feel, behave? What are their core beliefs? What are they, what do they truly believe in their heart? How do they feel most of the time? And sometimes when we going through an identity shift, we have to understand one thing is that our ego mind and our ego identity is very strong because our ego wants us to be the same. It's like, you're the same personality. Yeah, stay the same. Don't change. That's the thing, right? And then sometimes when we change and then we feel fear, we're like, oh, is it safe for me to change? Is it safe for me to change job? Is it safe for me to change my relationship status? Is it safe for me to move? Is it safe for me to do something different? That's why we're stuck in fear. That's why we're stuck in the unknown, right? How many of us, we have a fear of the unknown, right? Let me know down below or hit the like button, right? We are so afraid of the unknown, but we live in the unknown. We do. Like, I promise you, like right now in this moment, do you actually know what's going to happen in the next minute? Yeah, you might think like, of course, in the next minute, my microwave is going to go boom and my popcorn is ready. But how do you know that maybe you wouldn't get a text from your best friend during that next minute? Maybe your electricity goes out, or maybe there's a cat by your window. Like, there's so many unexpected things that we can't account for. Do you know what exactly is going to happen tomorrow? Like every second, every moment, everything. Do you know that for sure? No. We live in the mystery. I don't understand, right? It's like, why are we scared of it? Right? On the thing is, on a core level, we get it, right? It's like we live in this, but maybe in our mind, we've been conditioned like, oh, I'm scared of the unknown. But wait a minute, we live in the unknown. So it's okay that we have an identity shift. We know that the ego, the role of the ego is to keep us having a certain personality, certain characteristics, certain identity, so that we can go through the world with, okay? Having an ego identity is not bad, but it's how do you know that it's working for you? right? You can bring all the traits that are you. Maybe you're kind, you're caring, you're funny. That can be part of your ego identity. But what about the part that I'm jealous, I'm distrustful, I say terrible things sometimes when I'm upset, right? I'm impatient. Maybe those things are not really you, right? And when you change that, of course, you have to understand there's resistance. So the thing is, things will come back no matter, you think like, oh, I'm good, I'm doing all the right things will come back and hit you, usually, full moon and like certain energy. So keep updated. You can see on my channel, I do monthly energy readings and the moon and the basically the cosmic energy, so that you know what you're dealing with, because it's super useful. And what you want to understand is that when you are shifting and when you are ready to move on and you're ready to expand, there's going to be a test. Yeah, there's going to be a test and a challenge from the universe. Are you ready? Oh, so now you're ready to attract your soulmate. So you said, I want to bring up the X into your mind. I want to bring the X into your life. Maybe they're going to send you a what's up, what are you up text, one of those. So how are you going to respond? How are you going to react? Are you really over him? Are you really over her? You see, the universe will bring us challenges for us to know if we're truly over something, if we're really done here, or we've been lying to ourselves. Do we have the strength, the courage to actually move through that portal and say no? Right? Maybe you're someone who's like, I'm done with smoking, I quit, I'm good. And then, maybe at certain times, it's like there's people offering you smokes and you're like, I don't want to smoke, but then it's like, I feel really bad, I'm going through a breakup right now, maybe I'll take it, right? And ask yourself, who is your true identity? Are you anchored in that strength right now? And of course it's okay, we all make mistakes, we all do things that we're not proud of, like we're not perfect, nor we should try to be, but just to understand that sometimes things come up as a challenge. But another thing that you might want to consider is that sometimes things come up is because there are layers of healing that will take place when you are ready, when your consciousness is ready. And oftentimes it's that even the same thing, like the same meditation, you can be listening it to the first time, you hear something different. You can be listening to the second time, you hear something different. You listen to the third time, you hear something completely different. Okay? I know if you guys have ever experienced this before. It's like when you watch a movie or when you listen to a song, and then depends on how you are in your life. I mean, you listen to a song when you're 16, you're like, oh yeah, this is super cool. You're singing, you know all the lyrics, but you actually don't really know what it means. It doesn't hit you in that level. And when you're like an adult and you listen to the same song, you're like, whoa, they're talking about this. It's like you're understanding things. Maybe you're hearing things for the first time. You're connecting the dots for the very first time. So same thing when people do my meditation. Same things when people watch my videos. That's why some people will watch my training again and again, because they're getting something new and they're hearing something new every time. Because the thing is, you will be receptive to what you can inhale right now, that you can take on right now, because your consciousness, as it expands, it can hold more information, it can hold more codes. So as you are expanding, more things are going to become available for you. It's like, okay, so now let's heal your inner child. Okay, let's heal your inner child. Okay, now we're doing the thing, we're clearing, you're crying, you're releasing, amazing. And then you're like 3 months from now, why is this coming back? I thought I'm done. I thought my inner child was happy and dancing and twerking on the inside. Why is it coming back again? It's because there's a deeper parts that you, at that time, when you were crying and shaking, you were not ready to go there. That was the capacity that you had, right? So now you are older, wiser, and seeing things from a different perspective. And now there are certain things that you're ready to step into. Maybe you're being called to step into your leadership. You're being called to step into you opening a new business, for you to make some beautiful, badass moves in the world. And it requires you to clear out all of these inner child healing from a different perspective. So this is why in my soul healing retreat, my 2-day soul healing retreat, it's a virtual retreat I take you on. It's a 2-day full-on retreat, gentle, powerful. We laugh, we cry, we go through this together. If you're interested in that, oh my gosh, grab it in the link below. It's only $22, and I made it so accessible for you for a reason. We have hundreds of people who've gone through this journey, profound, and they're still listening to that meditation is still going back and listening to all the training. So highly recommend. If there's a place that you want to get started with me, especially for healing, grab that one because it's phenomenal for the value. Knowing that you will always be ready to address what you are ready to address for. So there's no point of being self-critical. There's no point of being like blaming on yourself. I'm not good enough. I'm not healed enough. I'm not awakened enough. I'm not spiritual enough. No, it's not. That's not it. It's knowing that you have to use your wisdom. Your wisdom, your soul always know. You'll be ready what you're ready for. Let it go. Let it be. Accept. Okay? And allow. The word that I'm going to send you to reflect on is I allow. Maybe you can tap in the comment, write in the comment, what are you allowing for right now? I allow myself to feel. I allow myself to heal. I allow myself to see. I allow myself to tap into my wisdom. What are you allowing for right now? Type it into the comments box. I would love to read all your declaration, your affirmations, and if there's anything that you'd like me to address, any topics you want me to talk on and expand on, I would love to hear that from you. And in this video, we go deeper into identity work, so highly recommend you watch this one. It's a good one. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.